So a real quick delve into flow state body mechanics, and really body mechanics is the key to unlocking the flow state. You actually just have to move differently, right? Flow state isn't, you're not pushing off the ground as much, you're in the flow state, so you're pushing off of your fluidic inertia, your body water. And so you could view this as your awareness. The surface of your awareness is going to be like all the objects in the room, your body, everything else. And then underneath and supporting that, the space within you, like within which you exist, is going to be your body. And then your body has a spine. And then it has limbs. And the limbs plug into the spine various ways, right? So normally, if you're not flow state oriented, you're pushing down. And so all that traditional body mechanics is key, like it's useful for sure. But you want to be pushing off of the water here, and here, and here, here. Right? And then you want to be even going into the ground and feeling that same thing, and then also the water up here, and that's just, that's the vortices. As you drag through your awareness, there's vortices, so that kind of gives you hair everywhere, awareness hair. And so all of this body stuff, if you think about it, is really more surface. It's just kind of pulled down. Right? You can visit, since it's so vortexy, you can literally visualize it like that. And that's that vortex, or that swirling, is what gives you like a being which is awareness, which has no location, no space, or whatever. How does a thing in the awareness have location? And that's through this like vortice pattern thing that it does. But when you're pushing, you're pushing off of all that, and that gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Like you have to be like pretty strong to support your weight normally and do the reps over and over and over. But the same thing to like really thrust with the whole body sideways using the fluidic medium, that has to be trained a lot. And that's people accidentally train this, and that's why they see development or progress, especially from things like planks. Core exercises, like things that hold or maintain this line, is what makes it so that line can generate thrust, right? But it's just this little shift towards you're not pushing into the ground as much. You're pushing into the sideways into the space, like the same way that a fish swims, and the fish swims with its whole body, right? Like a fish doesn't just flap its tail, it's pushing with the side of its head, like its entire thing is going through the water like that. And that's the correct technique for flow state stuff. The same way that like, bench press, you keep your elbows in, or with squat, your hips, or, when you're doing traditional body mechanics using the ground, the same way that you have to do it correctly, you need correct technique. Correct technique for flow state is kind of sideways to that in a way.